Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today is day 2 of different kinds of habitats. On day 1, we studied about terrestrial habitats and we studied about 2 of the terrestrial habitats, the rainforests and the grasslands. Let's review. Why are rainforests called rainforests? Very good, because these are places that get the most rainfall in the whole world. Where on earth are they located? On a map of the earth, the rainforests can be seen near the center, near the equator, where the imaginary line called equator is located. And around the equator or near the equator, you can say, we have the tropical region, which is between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So this is called the tropical region. And this is the place which gets the most rain throughout the world. So no other place in the world gets that much rain, which you can observe over here in the tropical region. Question 3. What are some adaptations found in animals that live here? Very good. Most of the animals that live in a rainforest can climb trees, because there are several closely growing tall trees in a rainforest, and the animals need to climb the trees to reach the fruit and the sunlight. And many rainforest animals have colors that help them hide in the green and brown background of the forests. But don't forget, there are many brightly colored animals that live over here. Can you name some of the animals that live here? Yes, we have the snakes, the red-eyed frog, spider monkey, butterfly, and toucan. So these are some of the animals that live in the rainforest. Now some more questions. How is a grassland different from a rainforest? What is the difference? Yes, that we can see in the picture also. Now this place does not get a lot of rain, and therefore we can see that there is grass and few trees. So one main difference is that the rainforest has several tall trees growing close together, whereas in a grassland there are very few trees and they are far apart from one another. Can you think of the reason? Yes, the reason is that this place, that is the grassland, does not get as much rain as the rainforests. Rainforests are located in the tropical regions, and that is why they get a lot of rain. Can you name some animals that live here? Very good. Some of the animals that live here are hare, lion, elephants, zebra, and antelopes. So these animals live in the grassland. And you can see that the antelopes and the zebras are grazing animals. So grazing animals live in, they like this place, this habitat, and they live in the grasslands because they eat grass. Why are there very few trees in the grassland? Excellent. The main reason is that this place gets very little rain, and that is why the trees are far apart from one another and there are very few trees in a grassland. Can you name or list some of the adaptations of grassland animals? Excellent. The first and the foremost is that these animals are grazing animals, so they can easily digest grass. And some grassland animals have skin color that matches the grass, so they are light brown or beige. And this way they can hide from their predators. And there's another important thing, important behavior you can say, of these animals. They live in herds, in groups. So animals such as giraffes, elephants, zebras, etc., they live in herds. That is groups. And what is the benefit of living in herds? Excellent. It becomes difficult for a lion or a tiger to attack a herd because a number of animals are living together, they move together, they graze together, and they take care of one another. Now we come to the next habitat. This is the third terrestrial habitat that we are studying. It is called the hot desert. The desert is a very dry and hot habitat. What do you think is the reason? Excellent. Very, very little rain. It receives very little rain. Sometimes rain does not fall for years. While deserts are very hot during the day, they get cold at night. Deserts are mostly sand, but they are not plantless. So there are a few plants that grow in the deserts. The plants of deserts need very little water to grow, like the cactus you can see on the right. And there are animals that are very strange. The kangaroo rat, and you can see the kangaroo rat here in the picture. A kangaroo rat is a desert animal. It never drinks water. So it doesn't need water at all. So this place is a very suitable habitat for the kangaroo rat because it doesn't drink water at all. It gets all the water it needs from the seeds it eats. So whatever seeds it eats, it gets the water from those seeds, and it doesn't actually drink water at all. Some of the adaptations of desert animals are that most deserts are very hot. Desert animals have been adapted to live with very little water. Because there is a lot of heat in the desert, therefore, these animals have to adapt so that they can easily live in the hot place, that is the hot desert, and they don't drink a lot of water. They can bear a lot of heat. So they can tolerate a lot of heat. Some desert animals stay in their burrows during the day and come out at night to feed because night is cold in deserts. Their bodies save the water they drink and pass out very little as urine. So this is another adaptation of their body systems. The camel can drink large amounts of water in one day and then live on that water for many days. Wow, it's wonderful that the camel can live without water for many days. Some animals never drink but get the water they need from seeds and plants they eat, like the kangaroo rat. Can you see these camels? This is a train of camels. They walk behind one another, and they are desert animals. Now we come to the next habitat, which is number 4, tundra or cold desert. The tundra is a cold desert. Now, why are we calling it a desert when it is cold? Good, because this place also gets very little rain and very few plants grow over here because everything is frozen. It remains frozen throughout the year. Why is it known as a desert when it is so cold? This is because, just like a hot desert, it receives very little rain. Trees cannot grow here because of low temperatures, and short growing seasons. So the growing season is so short that trees cannot grow over here. And you can see that everything is covered with snow in the tundra. These are some of the animals that live in tundra: the Arctic fox, the gyrfalcon, Arctic ground squirrel, lemming, polar bear, caribou, and muskox, tundra swan, and walrus. So these are some of the animals that live in tundra. Let's see what are the adaptations of these animals. Tundra animals face extreme cold for most part of the year. Tundra animals grow a thick coat of fur, like we wear sweaters in the cold season. So they are given thick coat of fur by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect them from the cold, from the freezing cold of tundra. But in summer, they shed off their fur, otherwise they would die of heat. So that is Allah's system, that in the winter they have thick coat of fur, and in summer their coat is shed off. Most tundra animals have white coats which protects them from predators, so they can easily hide in the frozen place, that is tundra, the cold desert. That's all for today. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.